Hi everyone. So first of all, my name is Abdul Rauf, and this is the second video about the introduction to data structure in C++. So in this video, we'll talk about arrays and linked lists. So first of all, what is array? So an array is a collection of elements stored in a continuous memory. It allows fast access but has a fixed size. So an array is a collection of elements which will be either strings or ints or floats that are continuously in memory. For example, if there is a one array in one side, for example index one, then the index two will be continuous in memory. The location will be the only one up of that or of that. Okay, so now let's see the graph of that so you can understand better. So first here you can see an array where you can see some collection of elements. In this case, it's numbers specifically. So there you can see 1 2 3 4 5, and null value is like the last value which we indicate with null. Okay, or the in end of the list. Okay, so now here you can see first the element 1 is located in the location of 1 plus 2 3. So this is the location I write as an example. This is not an exact location, but I write this for you example. You can see in the code in the up slides, you can see the code 2 which I write where you can see some location 2 I show with the and sign. Okay, so now here you can see 1 2 3 and the location 1 x 2 3, 1 x 2 4, 1 x 2 5, like that. You can see there is a continuous in memory of these locations. Okay, and if we see in the code line, this is the the implementation of array in a code. So now here you can see there is some words and text. If you are new to C++ programming language, is very fast and is used for data structures specifically. You can also use Python and C too, but C is very complicated and Python is very slow. That's why I choose C++. Okay, so now let's see each step one by one. So first you can see here include IO stream and using name same is like the boilerplate code. So include IO stream will include the input and output systems, and then using namespace we will give the some properties of a string that we assign. Okay, now you can see the location, size of array. These are the strings. Okay, so now let's see other code that is very important. For example, this int main function is the main function of this of this function, and then you can see here the int is the type, and then array is variable where I assign the in the square bracket 5. So this will be the array of 5 size. Okay, so that type will be array in their type will be int. Okay, so now I can see I can only assign 5 values, so I assign 5 value like 1 2 3 4 5. So this is our array. Now we have to loop our thing. So for looping our I use the loop function like for int I. So I will be the 0 assigned to 0, then I if it less than 1 less than 5 in every epoch we uh, we increment by 1. So after every print I increment it by 1, so I will be 1. So the if here I is 0, then the index value will be 0, the first element. Then index after incrementing the I value will be 2, then 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. So that goes like that, and then all the value will be printed. So here you can see I'm printing the location of the array. The end sign here will print the location, and the value will be print the value. Okay, so now end will be gives us the new line. Okay, so now after that, I also use some other function like the size of array. The size of will give us the size of the array. So the size of array is here you can see 20. So there will be 20 bytes, and then you can the size of element. The element of each element, the element of each. For example, the size of each number will be 4 bytes. Okay. So after that, I want to get the length of the array too. So for length, I will do the like the division. For example, I will divide the size of array with the size of element. So the 5 4 divided by 20 or 20 divided by 4 will give us the result of 5. So there are the 5 elements. Okay, so that's how it works. We cannot find the length with the length function like in Python, so we have to do use that. And you can see I also for curiosity add the array.6 what to see what is the in the sixth value. So you can see there is some value in the six, but this is known as the garbage value. This is not necessary for us. Okay, that's why we get the value of 4. If you want to access the value of that's why we access the value of 5, and if you want to access the value of 6, then you will see these garbage values. Okay, so these are the out of the scope of our range. Okay, so now after that, let's see the linked list. How can we implement linked list, and what are the linked list? So basically a linked list consists of nodes connected by pointers. So the linked list is not continuous in memory. There are spread all over the memory. So for example, we why we use linked list and why we don't use arrays for alpha. For example, if we do not have the like the continuous memory in our in our RAM or in our memory, then we do not store the arrays. That's why in this case we use the linked list, because we still have the space all around the memory. So we want to link them with the list so we can get the space. And it is dynamic too. For example, where in the arrays we assign the specific size, so that will be fixed size, but here it is dynamic. We can assign as many value as we want. Okay, so it is very beneficial than arrays. Okay, so now implementing the arrays is like this. First, you can see the graph. Here you can see the 1 2 3 and the null value. You can see these pointers. These arrows are like the pointers. They are pointing to each value. For example, one is pointing to one is pointing to the two is pointing to the three, and three is pointing to the null. So it can be anywhere. For example, if it's here, then it is also over. For example, the arrows can go anywhere. So first it go to the two's address, and then it will go to three address, and then it will go to null address. So this is how linked list works. Now let's see some code of it too. So first you can see here, this is also very complicated, but I make it very simple here. The full code of this is also available, which I provide in the link, so you can see the all of that code too. Okay, so now let's see this code step by step too. So first you can see the struct. I create the struct function. It is like the creating a class, but it is very simple than creating a class, because class is very complicated. They have like the public and private properties, etc. So I use the struct. Struct is very useful. You can say you are creating a structure, and there will be node has like the int value for data. So there will be data for the 1 2 3 I will assign, and then the node star star means like pointer. So the node that we created will point to the next value. That point to the next value in the address, for example. So now after that, I create a main function where I assign three nodes like head, second, third, and I and created them as the new nodes. And then you can see I assign first head value, head data. That arrow sign is like going to that address, like using and star sign. Star sign means pointing to that address, and then assigning the value one to that data, and then the next value will be second. So the address of the next pointer will be the second address. So after that, you can the second value to the two, like it first give data like 2, and then the next value will be third, so it will go to the third node, and then the data assigned to the third node will be 3, and the third next will be null. Okay, so now this is work like that. So you can see first I am giving one value, the node data 1, and then the address or next value will be here, and so on like that. So now after that, you can see I'm where it was there you can see I'm printing the values. But before that, I am also looping over here too. For example, I am creating for printing, I am creating a temporary node like t, where which I assign as a head, because we do not want to manipulate the head, because it will give us some error. So that's why I am creating a temporary node as a t. So after that, I am using a while loop, saying that if t is not null, then it will print the location, and for example the location of that with using the t sign, and then the t will give us the location, and then the value will be t dot data, and the next will be point to the next pointer. So okay, so this will go to the next pointer, and then you can see I am also assigning assigning the t now to the next pointer. So that's why we can print the next value. If we didn't do that, then the loop will go over, and that makes the infinite loop. Okay, so now after that, you can see some data too, like the location of first node is that, and then the next node is that, and then in the location of next the location of second node is that, and the value is 2, and then the next node will be this address, and that goes so on. Okay, now you can see that zero means null value. Here is the default value 0 2 and null 2. These both values are known as the empty values or null values. Okay, so after that, we created the simple linked list, but the complex list has the functions like the add function, the remove function, and etc. So I created all the code here. You can see the first I added element like add 1, add 2, add 3, add 4. Then I print the element, like you can see the print values, and then after that, you can see I am also remove one element, like the fourth element will be removed, and then I print again, and then you can see here too I printed these arrows with the strings in a string format. So you can see all this code too in the in the link or the repo I provide in the okay, in the description. So yeah, after that, you can see we can also create a double linked list too, like I already mentioned. This was the single linked list, but the double linked list, you can only update the the stuck with the node dot previous, and then you update all the other previous version to, and then assign the previous node to the previous node. Okay, the previous value to the previous node. Okay, so yeah, this was all about the linked list and arrays. In the next video I will talk about stacks and queues in detail and show some code of that too. So yeah, thanks for watching this video, and bye.